I think this is it. This is our moment. We're just about to do this. Can we make it finish before we die? Hello. Today is the day we're going to find out if we can beat 8 of the hardest AIs in Star Wars Empire at War Forces of Corruption. If you're unfamiliar with this game, this is Star Wars real-time strategy game that's been released for around 20 years now, and it has space battles as well as land battles. There are conquests, there's a campaign. A very enjoyable game that I've loved for many years. But have I ever beaten 8 hard AIs all at once? Well, today is the day we're going to find that out. Just to show you how difficult this challenge is going to be, I decided to load up just a regular match here with 5 hard AIs on a pretty standard map, following all the best strategies that you would learn just from hours of playing this game. So you can construct units, you can upgrade your base. These are the main things that you're going to do in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and send off my ships to go conquer a resource point. Just have to hang out there for a bit, and send off my other units to go to this other point. You can see in the bottom left that mini map, sending them off to these points of interest to start building our economy so we can start getting some cash flow, so we can build more units and fight off these 5 enemy fleets that are all here in this match. So you can already see pretty quickly that several of the enemy ships have already come to check out what we're doing. Their goal is just going to be to hunt us down and destroy anything that we build up. So we're going to try and build this turret here. This turret's going to help us defend this point, destroy all these little fighters that are bothering us, and to protect these economy bases here. And this is going to be the best way for us to continue on in this match and survive a little bit longer. So I've had the match going a little bit longer now, and we've encountered a little bit of an issue. So you can see this orange ship here is coming towards our base, towards our main economy building here. And as I mentioned, the AI they're pretty smart, right? So what I think they're about to do, yep, I can see them coming in on the mini map. So what they're going to do is trying to come in through the back, just summon in all the units right behind my base. But they've got bombers, they've got a frigate, and I have nothing to defend against that. Of course, I'm fighting 5 fleets when I'm just 1. As you may have noticed, while I am building up and upgrading my space station, I cannot build any ships at all, which is going to be the crux of why this challenge is so difficult in the first place. Because I need to somehow destroy their enemy space station while I have 5 AIs that are combined. They all have their own money and fleets to destroy me. You can see this is already going to cause a big issue for us here, as they already are putting pressure right onto our main base with several bombers and a frigate, and they're already taking out our meager defenses around the map. Quickly, we're going to see here they're about to do some massive damage to our base, so we can try all we can to stop losing this fight in the top left. There's no hope there. Around our base, they're already about to take out our shield generator. They've already taken out some lasers that we have, and there's just not much we can do to stop them. And this is the standard thing that's going to happen to you if you're going to try and fight multiple of these AIs all at once in this space battle. It's just not optimal, not very easy to do. You'd have to have an insane amount of clicks per second, and I'm just not that guy, right? I just want to be able to see if I can beat all of them at once, but I'm not a computer, I'm not a robot. Can't do all that. So you can see we finally got a larger ship here. Finally, this is the first larger ship that we've been able to get, and they already have multiple heroes. They have tons of fighters and frigates, and we're going to see that our base is just taking hits after hits here, and probably just about to lose. So we're just going to go ahead and end this match here. We're going to go ahead and jump into the next one, because I have a few ideas here that I think will surprise you on how we can actually beat not only 5 AIs, but all 8 of them. So I'm going to show you here, and you're going to really like what you see. So we're going to go ahead and start off this strategy with one of the most powerful units in the game, that is the bomber. Now they're not going to do great against fighters, but they are going to do big damage against space stations. So this strategy, we're going to just rush their base with all these bombers. We're going to try and load in a bunch of them all at once, and then just see how it goes. So it's time here now. I position my fighters to the side of their space station. Discover just another little sliver of space here, enough so we can bring in all of these bombers. Got 10 or 12 of them here. Got the game paused so we can just summon them all in, do a surprise attack. We're already taking some hits at our base because they realized I have no defenses at all, nothing else of interest, so why not just attack my base? Ooh, beautiful. So we get all of these bombers in here. And now we're going to just go ahead and go right in for their base. When you're taking down a space station, there's a few points of interest you're going to want to try and hit. Starting with that that shield generator at the bottom, going for that hangar, and then just quickly try and zero out as many points on the space station as possible. And the reason you have to do this is another big issue with this challenge, because when you have multiple AIs controlling and living out of this one space station, only one of them has to upgrade it, and the rest of them can have fleets. So what that means is that basically as soon as an upgrade finishes, they're going to start the next upgrade. Which means that I'm constantly on a countdown of when their space station is going to finish, and as soon as it finishes, it's going to upgrade, add new points, and heal up any damaged points that are on its base. It won't regain any that are completely destroyed, however, so that's why we need our bombers to completely finish out something before moving on to the next thing. So we're just going to try here, but you can see our bombers are just taking a lot of damage and not really able to build anymore. We don't have any more money, and we're just still taking damage over our base, and we've been defeated. So this strategy obviously has a few flaws, but I've got a few ideas here actually. So we're going to go ahead and try this final try here, and there's a few main key points on how we're going to do this. So key one is that we are going to this map, the largest map, where we can have 8 hard AIs. And what's important about this map is that our space stations are very close together around this middle area. So you can see the red rebel base symbol there on the top middle area, and ours are just going to be to the left there, that yellow mark. The next important thing is we're going to be the consortium, and that's because they have 2 very important starting units. That's the Star Viper Squadron that has these buzz droids here. These are going to be able to deter very many fighters that might come to attack us. And the other is these skip ray bombers, which have less bombers and are more expensive, and that's because they're a lot stronger than the average bomber squad that the other factions have access to. And so we're just going to go ahead and go right into this attack because we know that this is where our moment is. This map is very large and spacious, and all the points are far on the edges. So all that the enemies see is these points of interest, and they know where my base is, so they're just going to go right to those points, send all the units far, far away, which is ideal for us. This is going to create the only moment that we have to strike in this match. So we're going to go ahead. We're not even going to wait to summon in everyone. We're just going to go ahead and summon in the few units that we have, and we're just going to keep building them, and we're just going to go ahead and start. So you see I put down a few buzz droids there, which will help us destroy those enemy fighters. And we're just going to go ahead and start doing our best to destroy their space station, starting with those shields again, moving on from there. So they're still level 1 base. They're just about to level up here. There's all 8 of them. I mean, I think they can level up faster than is even possible for the user, the regular player. Which, of course, so they've upgraded there. You see their hangar gets all the way leveled up in health. But we're just going to bring in our units. We're going to do our best here. You see they're taking damage. It's happening. My base is just fine. Their units are nowhere near here. They're not even thinking about fighting us. They're mostly struggling to defend their base here, and we're just going to activate our secret weapon here on these bombers. These sensor jammers that are supposed to block us from their mini-maps so they can't see us, which seems ridiculous because we're just at their base, but apparently it works. So that's what we're doing here, and I think this is it. This is our moment. We're just about to do this. Can we make it finish before we die? I think we've got it. There we go. So there you can see. If you have the question, can you beat 8 of the hardest AIs in Star Wars Empire at War Forces of Corruption? The answer is definitively yes. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a great video, and I hope to see you in the next one. The next one, we're going to be looking to break the capacity of ships that we can put on the space battlefield, and I will be looking to have hundreds of ships when it only wants you to have around 20 or so, and you'll be able to see that in the next one. So I hope to see you there, and thanks for watching.